Hi Taurus, this is your reading with me for May 2021. Happy birthday to those of you sun signs who have birthdays in May. We are going to have a look, see what's coming through, and also what messages I can give you. This is also for, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. So we're going to have a look what's coming your way and also the outcome for May. And yeah, let's get started. Let's have a look. So I've got your cards right here. Okay, if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, the information will be in the description box below as well. They are done within 24 to 48 hours. And then the last thing I want to mention is my Etsy store where I have handmade intention items, and they are manifesting items to basically manifest your intentions. And also there's handmade, bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which are hand embroidered by me, which you can put under your pillow, in your wallet, or your purse. You can check out the review section to see how other people have seen results of these items. They're meditated with and they are saged and also cleansed. So there's face masks, crystals, divination coins, charms, pendulums, cloths, bowls, lots of items from me to you. Link is in the description box below. Thank you so much to those of you who have been supporting the Etsy store and actually showcasing and showing how you've seen results with these items as well over the last couple of years. It's kind of crazy to say that. It's been there for a couple of years. Wow. Okay, so Taurus, let's have a look and see. We almost knocked over the Sphinx. It's okay. We didn't quite do it though. It was a very almost. Okay, so we have got here the High Priestess. Actually, speaking of the Sphinx, when I look at these pillars as well, it really reminds me of the Sphinx because one is black, one is white. This is also to do with harmony and balance. And also, it's that sort of yin and yang energy that I pick up here in the context of, in the history of tarot, this is actually known to symbolize yin and yang. And when I looked at the pillars of the High Priestess, it's really interesting. That was the first card, and we also almost knocked over one of these things. So there's this element of harmony and balance that you have in May where you're much more harmonious with yourself. You're feeling better within yourself emotionally. That's something that I see getting better for you, especially since you have the star. There's an element of healing here, connecting more to your values and your vision for the future, because the High Priestess is someone that really has values, and the High Priestess does not run away from those values necessarily or pretends to be someone that they're not. So this is you really sticking to yourself and being like, you know what, this is how I am. This is how I am. This is what I believe in. I'm not going to bend my rules for the sake of you taking advantage of me and things like that. So especially with family members around you, people around you, you're going to really look after yourself, but you're also going to know what's right. And I feel like a lot of you are growing within yourselves. You're growing emotionally, you're growing mentally, you're growing spiritually. You may be connecting more to astrology or looking at astrology and thinking, okay, what does this mean? And you might be looking more at, magazines or, on certain websites, you have that little section where you look at horoscopes. On YouTube, you have this entire section of tarot readers. I feel like some of you are really going to be looking at that, but also you may be picking up learning it, because the High Priestess actually is about learning. It's about knowledge. Now, aside from that, I do feel like a lot of you are the students, or you're learning something. It could even be in your work environment that you're constantly learning, but there is a lot of learning that's going on. So some of you might be doing certain courses. Some of you might be picking up a new hobby. There's a lot of learning here that I definitely see. And actually, I feel like this is keeping you occupied and actually allowing you to feel more of what you actually love to do. So that's good. And the star here really does show healing. Okay, so healing from things from your past, healing from things from your childhood, certain issues, feeling invisible in your childhood, or just having all of these expectations always placed on you. These things are really getting better for you. So you're feeling much more harmonious within yourself rather than running away from these things. Okay, because I just feel like in May, you're not going to be able to suppress these things. The sun is in your sign, okay? You're not going to be able to run away from these things. In fact, it's urging you to heal, to be stronger, and that's the thing we see there. You've also got the Strength card. Oh, the Knight of Cups is very eager. Strength with the Knight of Cups. So, what's really interesting here is that you've got a lot of blue, okay? You've got a lot of blue, and blue is to do with the throat chakra. Now, we know that the Taurus sign is connected to the throat. You know, that is the part of your body that it literally rules. Okay, so, well, you're just going to feel much more communicative. You're going to have willpower. You're going to be truthful to yourself. Okay, even if you've made any wrongs or any mistakes, you're going to be truthful to yourself, but you're also going to set boundaries and take care of yourself. The other thing though as well is that I really do pick up here a lot of empathy. You're going to have a lot of empathy towards people around you. I'm not saying that you haven't had empathy towards people, but you may feel a lot more empathy because there is this vulnerability that's being picked up, but you're also getting stronger within yourself. You're living more in love than fear. And when you live in fear, you can sometimes do things that you wouldn't usually do, right? So when you live in love, you're living for yourself, you're living for your truth, you're living for your communication, the things that you love. When you live in fear, you might do things that you don't really expect you would do, right? Out of desperation or things like that. So just keep that in mind, you're living in love and not fear. Again, I'm not saying you're a desperate person or anything like that, but you know, sometimes with certain situations in life, you know, we can do things that are a little out of character. Okay, let's continue on. My foot's gone a little bit numb, which is a bit random. Has anyone else's foot gone numb? Let me know in the comment section below. You know, sometimes these things that I say, that actually do happen on the other side of the screen. So, just saying, this card did come out. I'm going to stop shuffling. Four of Wands. Okay, so I am an upright reader. Again, you've got these pillars, right? Which I think is really interesting. This really does represent that you are being protected by the divine. The High Priestess is also the divine as well. You're being protected, okay? Some of you may believe in those kinds of things. I mean, if you're watching tarot, to be honest, you probably do, but there are always some skeptics that like to come and watch tarot readings, and that's okay. You know, that's part of your learning, that's part of your journey, that's totally fine. But I do believe that there is a divine that looks after us. We have spirit guides, we have angels, and we definitely have ancestors, okay? And ancestors, they like to help us, you know, to break certain things, like generational obstacles and things that have been going on for ages, you know, and family and things like that. I just feel here that you're going to feel very protected by the people around you, not just physically, but also spiritually. So keep that in mind as well. And the Emperor here shows that you have a lot of energy to get things done, get work done, to progress towards the things that you know you need to do, right? So that's the Emperor energy. It's very strong. It's very powerful. There's also an element of detachment here, so that's interesting. Like, some of you may feel very, very emotional, but I do feel here that you're not going to detach to that level where you're going to run away from your problems. I think you're going to follow through with your problems in the context of healing. Okay, we also have the Page of Swords. Could be something, you know, you might be going here somewhere very interesting. I don't know, the Page of Swords is about adventure and travel. I mean, we know we have the pandemic and everything, but there are certain countries that don't have as strict rules. So do keep that in mind, that when I talk about this, I'm talking in the context of it's different for different people. Okay, I just want to say that. You know, adventure can also be doing things sort of in the comfort of your own area. It can be doing things in the comfort of discovering new things, like hobbies, you know, things in your own home that you really enjoy, like decluttering, cooking, painting. You know, for me, building this entire tarot diorama was the adventure of my of my week a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was more than a couple of weeks ago, but at that time it was like the funnest thing ever. But you know, it really does depend. It's very different for everyone. We also have the Chariot. So we did talk about the Sphinx, right? It's really interesting here because no matter what tries to knock you down, I feel like you'll always find a way to get up. And in May, you're finding so much strength within yourself. And I think that that's really quite powerful here. Again, you've got another reference to Yin and Yang and the Sphinx. I also feel here that in terms of love, like I was just about to mention it and I turned this card over. You know, the Ace of Cups is really, really quite solid because you might really want to... Yeah, there you go. You really might want to, you know, I feel like in the beginning of May, you're taking care of yourself, and then towards sort of like the 2nd to the 3rd week of May, you're so ready to take things further in love. Like, if you have someone already around you, that's totally fine, right? But for those of you that are single, or you guys in a situation, or you have someone that you're really thinking about, could be someone from the past. I know not everybody wants somebody from the past, but if you are thinking about someone from the past, you might be even more heightened to make a move, or to sort of send a bit of a hint down someone's way. Like, that's something I see here with the Ace of Cups. You may even get an offer in regards to love, or you might get a date. that's something to keep in mind. You also have Magician. That's interesting because, you know, this Magician is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So that's interesting. You might be getting sort of like a date from, or having a date with that person, you know, star sign Virgo or Gemini. We do also have Aquarius here. We do also have Pisces. We have Leo. We have Aries. We also have Cancer as well, so keep that in mind. But specifically, like date-wise, like that's very interesting, especially for a new person. But some of you may already have someone in your life who is one of these other signs as well, so do keep that in mind. Is that obviously this is a general reading that can resonate with so many different people. So the Page of Pentacles again is a very, very strong energy, which is also to do with happiness and truthfulness and finding yourself and actually being really proud of yourself. The Mercury energy again is to do with communication. You know, that throat chakra is activated in May, and you're feeling pretty comfortable within yourself. You're getting things done, and I do feel like there can be an offer of love towards the second half of May. So that's what I see for you, Taurus. This is your reading. What a reading. Okay, what a reading. That's just what I want to say. What a reading. What a reading, Taurus. Wow. So this is it. If you'd like to let me know how it resonated, definitely do in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, click on that little bell notification next to the subscribe button. Take care, stay safe. Also do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. And take care, everyone. Bye.